Hello and welcome. Look at what we finally found here today at the 2022 New York Auto Show, the Toyota GR Corolla. This is the car that all of us have been asking for, and personally, I didn't expect Toyota to bring this to the US. And this is supposed to go against the VW Golf R and the upcoming Honda Civic Type R. So I'm curious to see how Honda does with that new Type R, but that will be front-wheel drive. This is a four-wheel drive rally car. That's really exciting. But let's look at the front of it. First, this is the Circuit Edition. The hood is different on the base Core Edition. The hood is more bulbous and, protruding on this one. And you have these functional air vents. Toyota is really going with the theme of functionality for this car. Like the grill vents here on the regular Corolla hatchback are closed. This, because this, big intercooler, this powerful 3-cylinder engine is under the hood. This is my first, few minutes of being so close to this car, so I'm kind of gushing. That's what she said. But look at the GR badge. Now, GR stands for Gazoo Racing. And you have LED fog lights, LED headlights. The same overall look as the Corolla, but I would say it's on steroids, and functional vents that go cool the brakes over here. I'm really like a little kid in a candy shop. But let's move on to the side. Let's see. So, first, it's so much wider. Look at these hips, You could just, God, the stance of it is crazy. Toyota put Pilot Sports on these Corolla GR4s, and look at how big the brakes are. And I believe that's a 4-piston brake caliper. But, oh my God, the rotor on that. This is a really sharp-looking car. I already like the current generation Corolla hatchback. This just makes it a lot, fiery and exciting for me. And you could see the GR4 embossed into the rocker panel here. Now, GR4 is the 4-wheel drive system of this car. And just like the previous gen Subaru WRX STI, rest in peace, you can adjust the way how the all-wheel drive system works on this car. So primarily, you could do 60 up front, 40 in the back. And this you control it with the drive modes. You could also do 50-50 like a 4-wheel drive car, or 30 in the front and 70 in the rear. That one sounds very enticing because this thing seems like it could drift. And there's a thing about drifting inside the car that we'll talk about in a split second. Since this is the Circuit Edition, you have a carbon fiber roof, which is very cool. I was looking for a more flamboyant word, but it's cool that they're doing stuff like this, like Toyota. A few years ago they were making vanilla stuff like the old Camrys and stuff, but look at this. And then also, because this is the Circuit Edition, you have the bigger spoiler. The regular GR Corolla will have a more softer spoiler. I wish that you could option this. Maybe you could do this in the future. Also, I'd like to see maybe body color, but this is also cool. You can see the back of it is essentially the same, except look at the wide hips of this car. Oh my God. And all the gloss black. This doesn't bother me that much. They did a good job with it. And you can also see the diffuser underneath here and 3 exhaust tips. So they did one exhaust per cylinder. So that kind of, makes it a little bit fiery and it gives it some more power. And we'll talk about the power in a second. The trunk of this one is locked, but expect the trunk space to be pretty similar or pretty identical to the normal. I really want to remember the model code of the current gen Corolla hatch, but the normal Corolla hatch. Oh my God. I mean, this is the first time I'm kind of opening the hood of this. I'm like a kid. So this is a 1.6 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. It is related to the same engine in the GR Yaris, but they've strengthened the internals of it to make instead of 268 horsepower, 300 horsepower in this, and 273 pound-feet of torque. And the torque comes in at the low end of the RPM band. So I'm really excited to drive this car. Hopefully, I'm able to when Toyota does their press launch of the Corolla GR4 in the future. But just look at it. And I'm just thinking of all, the mods that you could do to it. Oh, I need to stop. But this is paired to only a 6-speed manual transmission and Toyota's GR4 four-wheel drive system. And also, something that kind of makes me nostalgic is the Celica GT4 back in the 90s. And it's kind of cool, Toyota's going back to their roots. Okay, oh my god, I'm sitting in this. This is the first time I'm sitting in the GR Corolla. Oh, I'm kind of, losing my mind, but nice solid tongue. Now, if you've been in the regular Corolla, the interior is pretty similar. They did refresh it. You have Toyota's newest infotainment system. This one isn't running right now, but it supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And you have a handbrake. The normal Corolla hatchback has an electronic parking brake, so Toyota thought about us. And that's what I mean. If you put it in 30/70 mode, oh, you're gonna be like Ken Block on rallies. But don't total this. This is too nice to really thrash. But if you buy one, use it. Don't let it sit. The steering wheel, oh. It's a nice small steering wheel, has a nice grip on it. I kind of wish that the little bolsters were a little bigger. You'd have a better grip of it, but it still is a really nice wheel. The headlights are automatic. The wipers aren't. That's the basic stuff. The gauges, now the gauges are analog. I like that. But there's, a little multi-information screen that, will show basic information. Yeah, you can come in here, just look at the car. You want me to hold the camera? I'll hold it. You can see, but you can see the gauges over here. This saves it so I don't have to do B-roll. But, oh, just like, yeah, if you're sitting here like POV shot, enjoy this. And look, all this, materials here, over here. Just if you want to look at all the switchgear and look at the fancy pedals, the glove box. I really wonder how much these are. You can, yes, now you can get out. But I was told I can do this. Wow. And the shifter feels great. This is Toyota's intelligent manual transmission. They say that you can't really stall this car. So, I mean, for people that are new with driving stick, I wouldn't buy this, but props to you if you do. And you can push that. It also does automatic rev matching, and it, kind of holds the revs from dying if you're taking off from a stop. You can also turn off traction control, and this is your drive mode select. Over here, center console, pretty small, but you have USB Type-C and a normal USB port, soft. And these seats, I'm pretty sure the Circuit Edition has, yes, it does have different seats, I just remembered. But you have this Alcantara in the middle, kind of, I don't know if it's real leather, but faux leather on the sides with stitching. I haven't moved the rear seat, well, the front seat, but it was about where I sit, maybe a little bit farther back. I still have good space back here. Now, this is a compact hatch. Legroom is okay, but I could fit my feet under the seat. I'm pretty sure, because I'm 5'9", I could fit back here because, the seat would be a little bit forward. Headroom is really good. These don't have sunroofs, especially this one because the roof is carbon fiber, but there is an armrest with 2 cup holders. There's a mask in the car, but more of that Alcantara with the red stitching. I really want one of these. So I think you've watched me scream like a little girl enough today. You'll stay tuned if I drive this. No, let's manifest it. When I drive this, you'll see me scream a lot more behind the wheel of this fiery little beast of a Toyota. But I'm really glad. It seems like Toyota is coming back. I mean, we have the GR, what is the GR86, the GR Supra, and the GR Corolla. What a wonderful fleet of cars. What now, GR Sienna? Let's do that. Let's see that. That would be really cool. But, manual van. But enough rambling. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for everything else on the channel, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye, peeps.